Hi guys, and welcome to Bomb Anime. It's your girl
Ruka.
and Big Boy Summer here, bringing you another episode of I'm Standing on a Million Lives. You know what it is. Let's get right into it.
So an episode isn't an episode these days if we don't mention Yuka. So here she is again saying sly-ish under her breath about Yotsuya when the whole situation is her fault. She can't see that.
As a child, you are taught that there's certain times to talk and there's certain times when not to talk. And as you grow up, you realize that those teachings are very important because in a business deal, for example, you don't want to highlight certain things that you figured out that might be detrimental to the deal going down. In work, you don't want to tell the ugly lady that she's ugly or the ugly dude that they're ugly because there's no need for it. You can catch more people with honey than with gold. And this chick don't understand a lick of spit when it comes to any of that stuff I just said earlier on. She is so stupid. I don't understand it. Yuka, what the F are you thinking, bro?
Let's bring it back to the first episode where we were introduced to her. She was being stripped off by her so-called friends and they were trying to take pictures of her in no clothing because she decided that on a live stream she was going to chat-ish about one of her so-called friends and about how many people she's been involved with.
Yep.
She didn't learn a damn thing from then.
Nope, because she's always had someone to save her backside.
Now, I'm not saying that what they did was right because it was clearly wrong. But there's still lessons that you can learn in a lot of things. And the lesson that Yuka should have been learning was to shut her damn lips because everything has a consequence. When you want to chat about people, some people are not going to take the chat. Some people are going to punch you up.
I grew up in an area that taught me one lesson. If you got mouth, you need to have hands. She ain't got hands, but she got a lot of mouth. And she thought she had hands though, when she was like, yo, let's kill them all, bury them, and we'll be the end of it.
I know, in front of him as well. Like, she doesn't understand the situation. I don't know why she couldn't understand the situation, that this is a sensitive topic. There's already many years of fighting, brutality, seeing the other person as wrong, and not a lot of logic running through. And she ignored all of that. She ignored the high tensions and the very fragile situation that they were in and just went full steam ahead with her BS. Now, what she was saying wasn't wrong. Like, the city is BS, taking slaves and dishing them out to everyone, constantly expanding their country. Obviously, if they're expanding, someone is suffering. So they're not just perfect, innocent, amazing people that they're making themselves out to be. But this is not the time to be saying that.
Okay, for me, I agree with you. What she was saying was cool. There's a time and a place to say that stuff. Like, I'm not going to be like, hi, how you doing? My name's Big Boy Summer. By the way, slavery is wrong and you shouldn't have voted for Trump and this, that and the other. I'm not going to do that. There's certain chats that you need to have when it's right to have them chats. Because people are from different strokes. Like, different strokes, different folks. You get what I mean? You can't be doing that, and Yuka obviously does not understand that.
Well, the whole situation still is strange to me. So you've got two factions. One of the factions, they only celebrate the king basically as a god. And then the other faction love God and the king, and they're fighting each other. That, for one, is just so crazy to me. What difference does it make if the person is loving God and the king? I would have preferred them to have two religions go against it. A king who's a mortal that's going to die or get replaced over the idea of God that is supposed to be long-lasting and forever. I mean, I'm not going to really say forever because there are people's beliefs in God that fade out.
Zeus.
But still, I would expect to see like two religions, or even if it wasn't two religions, if it was two people who were for two different people. But this one just feels odd, misplaced, and this king feels very thuggish.
Okay, I agree with you. The king is thuggish and he's going to war with his own people. Like,
I know, it's just very odd. It just feels so strange.
I mean, there's wars that have been started in this world and none of them has been the atheists or the agnostics having the fight. Do you know what I mean?
It's usually close factions, very
Yeah.
close religions. So either a faction of a religion or religions that are very, very close to each other, such as Islam and Christianity. They share some of the same people that they believe in, although it's in different capacities. There's Jesus in both. Where he's placed is different. So you've got either the Son of God or a prophet, or you could say Judaism and Christianity, very close again. I hope that doesn't offend anyone. Let us know what you think in the comments on this point here. Did it seem odd to you with the king seemingly fighting his own people over whether they just believe in him or whether they believe in him and God?
We all knew that Yotsuya was obviously just trying to get as much information as possible before you could bungled it like a little idiot. With the information we got so far, what would your next plan be if you were Yotsuya?
I would have kept quiet. I would have gone to the area that they needed to get to, because I feel like they still don't know what the goods that they're supposed to transport is. I don't think that it's people.
Yeah, I agree
I
with
feel
that.
like there's something else that they need to transport, and I feel like they needed to go further on to figure out what that was. Because I still feel like there's too much missing information to really figure out what's happening and to make a proper decision. Obviously, I feel like they also have to save those people, so that would have been my aim as well. And then I'm sorry, I'm killing everyone.
Come again?
I would have carried on my journey, right? Figured out what the goods were, because I feel like they're gonna come up to it. On their way there, they're gonna find out what these goods are that they need to transport. Or, secondly, I think that it's possible that the goods are in the carriage. So I would have been sneaking around, trying to figure out what they've got on them that might let me know. I feel like the goods are going to be somewhat obvious. When they get hold of them, they're gonna light up or something. They're gonna know that it's part of their mission. And then I would have saved the 3 people, the heretics, and I would have killed the rest of the people.
Even though it would take like minus points.
He has the ability where he can make people do what he wants.
Doesn't that count as an attack? You use the skill, that's an attack.
I mean, we don't know. He's only going to lose some points. Figure it out. I would be willing to figure that out. I would be willing to pay the cost of XP. He's always running around tanking goblins and such. He'll get the XP back. What would you have done?
After Yuka blurted her mouth out, I would have killed him there and then, because this trap was so like foreshadowed, like we knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah, it was obviously a trap.
I would have killed him there and then carried on about my business with Cavell as the captain and get myself to Rodovo. That's it. Yeah, the XP loss is gonna happen, but on the way to Rodovo or whatever, however you pronounce the name of that city, it would have been a lot easier to gain XP and kill monsters without having a target on your back. You know what I mean?
But they do have this shortcut. I do believe that it is a shortcut if they can pass this thing, and I think that they will. I mean, Yotsuya is just so badass. I really like, he's really my favorite character, because he's down here trapped and there's skeletons all around him, and what does he do? He whips out the cleaver and he's just like, okay, I'm gonna make steps. See you in a bit.
Hold tight, I'm there soon.
And the fact that he was like, okay, this food is gonna last me half a day. I love the way his mind works, but I also appreciate that they took him out of the game, and now we can really focus on these women and see what they're gonna actually do. What are they gonna do with this gargoyle? How are they gonna approach this?
Yeah, I'm glad that now we're gonna see it's not only Yotsuya.
They need to get stronger, they need some more experience, and they need to stop relying so much on Yotsuya coming up with a plan, because Hakozaki has proved that she can come up with a plan for herself. So now we need everybody else to start using their own brains and stop just looking back and saying, oh, well, Yotsuya will do it.
I agree. And sorry, I know we already talked about this person, but I have to say it. Even when she's chatting the most mess about the guy, she's still expecting him to save the day. What is wrong with this Yuka girl, fam? Like, on a level, like, even that little bit of backstory I got from her being upset about dictatorship and whatnot, I felt no empathy. I thought, you know what, you should burn in the cooking fire. Like, do you know what I mean? I felt nothing. Oh, bullies are this. Yeah, what you're saying is correct, but are you dumb, blood?
She's a bully. As far as I'm concerned, she is a bully. And she's immature, she's pathetic, she's dumb, she's weak. I just don't like her. I don't like her one bit. And it's so horrible because I actually love the way she's drawn. I thought she looked so cute. I love how she's drawn. I love the purple hair, the little two side pigtail, like everything. Loved it. And then she just has to open her mouth. Shut up. Get down in the comments. Let us know what you think, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
Peace.